We know that a big gun is not necessarily a big shock power. But what is really the most powerful hand weapon in the world, and what is it capable of? Today we will show some really serious and powerful pistols, rifles, submachine guns and other weapons. How about a pistol that can penetrate armor, or a machine gun that can be placed in your backyard? But before that, click on the bell and subscribe, just don't miss. For example, this gun is the largest in history. Its length ranges between 2.5 and 4 meters, and its weight reaches 15 kilograms. At the beginning of the 20th century, according to evidence from the archives of the American police, there were guns weighing 113 kilograms. These are real giants from the world of personal weapons. Such guns were needed for hunting birds. They were placed on boats, half a kilogram of gunpowder and shot were poured into the barrel. One shot of such a gun resembled a cannon and could bring down about 15 ducks for a hunter. Such a shot turns more than 100 plates into small fragments. Giant guns were so popular more than a century ago that the bird population has greatly declined. In many countries, these weapons began to be banned. Of course, such a huge trunk means a huge return. Therefore, it was possible to place the gun only on board the boat, but not to shoot with your hands. However, such a boat is more like a pirate ship, especially since it is quite possible to fire at other vessels with a gun. By the way, this gun was lit up even in the movie Tremor of the Earth 4. It was used to deal with an underground monster, Droboid, which attacked a small town. A shotgun is a great weapon for close range. That's just he has a problem: you need to constantly recharge. To get rid of this problem, the American Max V. Lack-Hinson developed a 812. This is a shotgun with a round clip, which also lit up in the cinema due to its unique destructive potential. There are 32 rounds in the clip, which can be fired in 6 seconds. Slower than an automaton? Yeah, but it's a shotgun. With such a rate of fire, you can demolish a medium-sized barn in one turn. These water-filled targets don't stand a chance. No wonder this weapon is used in the game Cola in Duty Modern Warfare. Imagine a gun with which you can shoot a tank, destroy it, then calmly turn around and calmly go about your business. This is Sander 50. One of the most powerful pistols in the world. It is even difficult to call it a pistol, rather it is a manual single-shot gun. Her shot can penetrate the armor of some light tanks. The pistol was designed specifically for firing the 50th caliber. These are not bullets, but real shells wider than a man's palm. This is the same caliber used in a Browning machine gun or large-caliber sniper rifles. To damage the tank's armor, a shot from the Sander 50 must be fired from close range, and the hit must come at the most vulnerable part of the armor. But still, a gun that can damage a tank is incredible. Of course, the recoil from such a single-shot pistol is just crazy, so it is not used in real combat and is intended for collectors and fans of firearms. Pfeiffer is a soloist. The largest and most powerful revolver in the world. There are only 2 of them in the world. The revolver weighs 6 kilograms. It's like 2 Kalashnikov assault rifles. The length is 55 centimeters. The revolver was designed in 1995 by an Austrian engineer named Zeliska, which this model bears. The engineer experimented with increasing the killing power of rifle cartridges. It was designed for hunting. His cartridges are not only huge, but also expensive. One shot will cost $70 or even $100, depending on the country. The purpose of such weapons is to hunt the largest African animals like bulls. Such a weapon can leave a real through hole in the enemy. It uses cartridges with a head void, a heavy shell and a huge powder charge by the standards of a revolver. Even if you shoot such a cartridge from a rifle, the recoil can knock you down. Soviet CPV. This is an explosive mix of a machine gun and an anti-tank rifle. This monster can break 35 mm of armor at a distance of about 300 meters. Just look at the cartridge of this monster. These are anti-tank cartridges, next to which the ammunition of a conventional machine gun looks like a younger brother who needs to eat more porridge and vegetables. The CPV was used during the Second World War against both ground targets and aircraft, firing at a distance of 1.5 to 2 kilometers. For about 70 years he has held the title of the most powerful machine gun in the world. Another Russian machine gun that can literally tear apart enemy armor is a Court. He is a real Robin Hood from the world of machine guns. It has a sniper sight installed on it, so together with an excellent balance, an effective system for removing powder gases and a limit. This weapon is a unique sniper machine gun. Powerful and accurate enough to hit the enemy behind a brick wall by simply punching it with an accurate shot. At the same time, the machine gun is convenient and light enough to use it to fire standing up or even on the move, holding the weapon with two hands. 600 rounds per minute. Such a rate of fire with huge power and aiming, make the machine gun just a universal argument in favor of the owner. Enzo is an example of what happens if you place a sniper scope on an anti-tank rifle. This is the most powerful anti-material weapon in the world. It is capable of literally tearing apart a target at a sniper distance of about 4.5 kilometers. 2.5 times farther than conventional sniper rifles in service with the US Army. Actually, the trunk of Enzo is 4 times longer. The same caliber as the Vulcan 6-barrel machine gun is used for shooting. With a diameter of more than 5 centimeters, such a cartridge can destroy the enemy inside armored vehicles. And an exploding charge in such a cartridge can turn it into a mini projectile that will literally blow up the enemy's car when hit. This rifle will be a problem for tank armor. SSK 950 DJs. The weapon with the largest cartridge diameter in the world. Only the artillery has more. With a diameter of 7.5 centimeters, this cartridge simply destroys the target to shreds. And the rifle itself is literally impossible to hold in your hands when fired. After all, she weighs 23 kilograms, and the recoil knocks her down. 23 kilograms is like 8 M16 rifles. To shoot from the SSK 950J DJ, a special installation is needed, but even it will not keep the rifle in its normal position after firing. And the cartridges for this weapon are so unique that their price in the USA is very high. One shot will cost $80. In many countries, ammunition for these weapons simply cannot be found. Let's go back to the pistols. The Australian Glock 17 is one of the 3 best pistols in the world. But, what did this baby forget in our top? The fact is that the modification of the clip turns this pistol into a submachine gun, for use with one hand. The special design of the clip allows you to fit hundreds of cartridges into it and conduct rapid-fire shooting. The bullet flies out so fast that it seems as if they are blaster charges. So even if the shooter has the accuracy of a stormtrooper from Star Wars, he will definitely hit the target. The rate of fire is twice as high as that of the AK-47. For a pistol, this is an incredible indicator. 100 rounds in 5 seconds. With a modified clip, the gun weighs 3 kilograms. But without it, it is light enough, reliable and convenient that it is the Glock 17 that is in service with the police of many countries. About half of US police officers are armed with these weapons. And in the movies, it can be seen in some special agents. The RPG-28 is the world's most powerful anti-tank grenade launcher that can be used as a hand weapon. But, of course, with the help of a special installation, his projectile can penetrate a meter-thick steel sheet or cope with the reinforced frontal armor of an Abrams tank. This Russian grenade launcher does not leave any fortified bunker a chance. The diameter of its projectile is larger than the diameter of the disc seat. With a length of 1/2 meter, it weighs 13.5 kilograms. It's hard, but such a weapon can be carried on the shoulder to then destroy with one shot any target at a distance of up to 300 meters. Minigun M134 is a hand weapon, against which all the previous participants of the top look like toys. This is a legendary machine gun, which can fire up to 100 bullets from 6 barrels in 1 second. He can fire at a distance of 1.5 kilometers. But such a machine gun is most effective at close range. It's scary to imagine what he's capable of if he gets in his line of fire. And in the 2020th year, engineers from the United States promised to create a modification of a machine gun for a large caliber from Magnum. Moreover, there is already a modification that allows you to fire remotely, aiming the barrels of a machine gun through a special control panel so that the shooter is safe, at a distance or under cover while the weapon pours lead on the enemy. Just look at how cool the machine gun looks in the movies. And the game developers use this machine gun very often as the most terrible weapon in the arsenal of a game character to literally mow down crowds of monsters. If, in the event of an invasion of monsters and the end of the world, I had to choose one weapon from this top, then I would choose this particular machine gun. And what would you choose? Answer in the comments. Like it and don't forget to subscribe.